WSL should keep staging games at men's stadiums despite small crowds. Suzanne Wrack. It would be easy to conclude that the low attendances in men's stadiums on the opening weekend of the Women's Super League season means games should not be played there, but the opposite is true. In 2019, records tumbled. On the opening weekend of the season, 31,213 watched the first WSL Manchester derby at the Etihad Stadium. The following day, 24,564 filed in to watch Chelsea beat Tottenham 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. In November, the record was broken again as 38,262 showed up for Tottenham v Arsenal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. These were showpiece fixtures, scheduled in men's international windows to maximize ticket sales. At some, these were given away. At others, the price point was very low. It was a hugely impressive season, where showpiece games were spotlighted incredibly effectively. Why then, 2 years on, are the attendances significantly lower? 4 of the weekend's 6 fixtures took place in clubs' main stadiums. Tottenham welcomed 4,681 for their defeat of Birmingham. 5,998 watched Everton's collapse at home against Manchester City. 2,264 saw Brighton beat West Ham at the Amex Stadium. And 8,705 watched Arsenal's 3-2 defeat of Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium. There are numerous likely reasons for this dip. First, uncertainty over the return of fans, and in what capacity meant the announcement that teams would play in the homes reserved more traditionally for the men was later than in 2019. Manchester City's match at the Etihad Stadium was announced on 8 July 2019, whereas Arsenal's game against Chelsea was not announced until 6 August this year. Incidentally, 8 July was 1 day after the 2019 Women's World Cup final and 2 days after England's defeat by Sweden in the bronze medal match after their semi-final defeat against the USA. There was undoubtedly a big tournament bump. Many are still wary of COVID and attending in person, maybe a layer with which they are not yet comfortable. Yes, they may go to men's games, but for those newly interested in the women's game, these matches will not have been seen as a priority. Everton's game against City was BBC One's most watched UK programme in its Saturday afternoon slot with a peak audience of 800,000 and an average of 700,000, while a further 100,000 watched on iPlayer. The heavy TV promotion may have meant fewer attended. In 2019 there was a big push and lots of promotion of the live games. This time that promotion has been lacking, and, in the case of Arsenal, there were technical issues. With games being sold block by block, which has its advantages, there were times when tickets were unavailable on the website, which made it appear sold out, with no notice given that more blocks would be opened. So why advocate for more games at men's stadiums? First, it is about optics. If you put your best product front and center, it shows people you value it, it tells them you should watch this. For years we have been told women's games cannot be played in men's grounds for a variety of reasons. The pitches cannot take the increased use. It is unaffordable. It is logistically unworkable. Players do not like playing in empty stadiums. Except these excuses are increasingly exposed, not least by the fact that 3 WSL teams have committed to playing all or most of their home games in their men's grounds. Reading have shown it can be done. Birmingham will call St Andrews home this season and Leicester will play 8 of 11 home games at the King Power Stadium. This gives them an opportunity to establish consistency and build on their attendances. Fans are more likely to attend the next fixture if it is same time, same place. Location matters. The main stadiums are significantly more accessible than the majority of small grounds that teams call home. By keeping crowds tight within big grounds, by opening block by block, a decent atmosphere can be created with small numbers. Arsenal showed that on Sunday. The 8,705 and the 60,704 Emirates Stadium did not feel too small. It was disappointing there were not more there to see a thrilling game, but those there were vocal and buoyant, and there was a good wall of fans for players to enjoy. The WSL is unable to use VAR or goal line technology because the cost of installing it is prohibitive. The majority of the main grounds, though, are also equipped for VAR, goal line technology and provide the superior broadcast facilities necessary for an increasingly professional game with matches broadcast regularly around the world. Yes, the 8,705 who showed up at Arsenal may not attend a more run-of-the-mill fixture, but would more attend that more run-of-the-mill game than at Boreham Wood? I would argue they would. Even if there is a conservative 501,000 increase in the number of fans compared with what there would be at Boreham Wood, where Arsenal's average home attendance in 2018-19 was 2,000, it would be worth it. This is a growing game. It is a game now on Sky Sports and the BBC and a league sponsored by Barclays. Fans are being asked to buy in wholeheartedly. If we are not demanding clubs to throw in their all in the same way, then how can we expect fans to do it?